obviously been quite a while since I felt the need to document my feelings to myself. But I'm having a rough moment, and I thought it was probably necessary for me to do this. Not so much necessary, more like maybe it will help. But I don't really know if anything will help today. The thing is, I was having a really good morning actually. I had a good night's sleep. I woke up this morning for classes. I got back into my daily practices, my routine of morning writing, morning meditation, yoga, lots of water, great sessions with my students. So yeah, it was a good day. And then after that, I, made a smoothie bowl that was more like a liquid bowl. It wasn't really a proper smoothie bowl, but it was nice. And I feel like I'm high or something, and I'm not. I feel like I'm not here. It's like my stress levels have kind of taken me to a really weird state. And it's not even stress. I think it's a combination of being due on my period, which I know is just something that I need to ride out and keep on reminding myself of. It's so funny how no matter how many times we have periods every month on the clock, on the dot, we still need to sometimes remind ourselves okay, this is the natural state that my brain goes in and my body goes in this time every month. So be gentle with myself, But yeah, I feel like I'm not quite here. Anyway, it was a productive day, a good day. I did some content for my Miss Honey stuff. I was on such a high. I was like proper Disney character Daisy, really good spirits and kind of funny, and I didn't feel like I was acting at all. But then suddenly, vroom, my mood has gone to the opposite end of the spectrum. And I know as well that it's because today marks 5 years since I lost Dad, and I think I'm really gently, slowly processing that today. Thinking about it, a lot. And also not wanting to think about it, but then thinking about it and thinking I should be thinking about it more because, it's like this constant battle. And last week I had a sober week. I was completely sober for 7 days. I felt really good and really proud of myself for doing that. But then I've just gone and bought myself wine. I said I wouldn't do that, but I've just gone and done that. And I'm also in a battle about that because it's like on the one hand, it's totally okay to have wine sometimes, especially today when it's like a rough day, and I know it's not good to drink when you're sad, but it's kind of like almost expected. I'm on my own in Mexico. I'm on my own in Mexico. I need to keep on reminding myself of that. But also, I was feeling really good when I wasn't drinking, and I've got therapy tomorrow, so I'll probably just talk about it in therapy, but I feel like I've just given in to myself today, and I'm just like, whatever. Kind of want to just take a Valium and go to sleep. I haven't taken Valium for a really long time, since December, and it's now the 30th of March. So yeah, this fucking dog really annoys me. Keeps on barking. Anyway, I think I'll feel better tomorrow, and I think I've just got to ride out today and kind of accept within myself that today is what it is. Today is a tough day. Also, this time last year was the Great Krabby Runaway. It's when John basically declared that he was in love with Jessie and said a load of shit that really fucked with my head because I was so in love with him, and I really was just so sold on the idea that me and him were it now. And then when he did that and all of the stuff he said, and then he broke up with me and then said he wanted to propose, and it was just this massive head fuck. It was 24, 48 hours of like drug-fueled headfuckery. And I ran away. Surprise, surprise. But that was probably the biggest runaway I'd done thus far in my history of running away. This is the biggest runaway, obviously, running away to Mexico. But yeah, I don't know. I can feel my stomach cramping, and I'm really hoping it's my period and not food poisoning, because I've been pretty like willy-nilly with just eating, you know, rinsing everything in tap water here and stuff. And yeah, I think it's just a bad day, and I need to be kind to myself. And if it means having wine today, like I haven't had wine in ages actually, and just trying to get back on track tomorrow, because I know I can do it. I know I can kind of beat that habit. I'm just having a bad day. Also, big update that has changed since I did my last video. I've been talking to John an awful lot every day. And I feel like we've fallen back into us again. We haven't really spoken about really the boundaries and the rules and what actually is going on or anything. We've just been rolling with it, but we speak every day and say we love each other and we're silly and fun and we're supporting each other, and I'm scared because I love him and I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm scared of being hurt. I'm scared of how I'll feel, but I'm also so much happier talking to him because I'm in love with him. And like in therapy, I've tried to kind of understand what the feelings are and why I haven't wanted to let go. And my therapist has said like that, you know, eventually I'll understand that it's probably a trauma bond. And yeah, it might be, but I don't think it's not love. Like I ran away to get away from him and the situation because it was really bad. And it was hurting both of us, and it was destroying both of us, and it was awful. And I knew the only way it was going to stop is if I literally like removed myself. And it did. You know, he's made some changes, some big changes. Not complete, but nor have I. You know. But we talk, and I don't know what it is about that boy. I just love him so much. And in some really like messed up ways. I don't know if this is just my brain, like I don't know, but there are so many things that kind of like not remind me directly of Dad, because they're not like really similar, especially not in personality, but there are so many things there that remind me of him, and I sort of used to see in my dad too. And I know that sounds really warped and Freudian and stuff, but I'm trying to understand that. But the thing with John is just like, we've got this bond and I don't want to be with anyone else. I tried, you know, I didn't try. Opportunities presented themselves to me, and you know, I kissed someone and it was nice, but I felt instant regret. I felt like I was betraying the love I have with John. I felt like I was lying to myself, thinking that I could move on by moving on with someone else, even if it was just going to be a short-lived thing, but I couldn't do it. And I don't know what John's doing. I mean, of course there's a big part of me that wants to know, like, that he's also waiting for me just as much as I'm waiting for him now. We're due to maybe see each other in June in the UK, because he's going back on the 25th of May. But his plans change like the wind. My plan is to go back to the UK in June. That's always been my plan. So I can see my family and touch base before like going over to Italy to teach. And then I'm thinking about Portugal and Greece for the summer, which is going to be so nice. Even Spain. I mean, I'm practicing my Spanish. It would make sense to kind of continue practicing my Spanish and go stay in Spain, but I don't know. Depends. I've always wanted to go to Portugal, so Anyway, I think the message here needs to be like, yes, Daisy, you're having a fucking bad day because it's the anniversary of your dad's death. You're due in your period and you're on your own in Mexico and it's all feeling a bit much today, and that's okay. And yeah, you bought some wine. Say cheers to your dad, for God's sake. Don't like beat yourself up over it. You've been really good recently. You've been so good recently. You've kind of kicked a lot of habits that you were scared that were really deep rooted in you from all the shit that people have said around you, like from what your mum says about you and from what John says about you. But no, I've done this to me, you, Daisy. Like, you're fine. You're doing really well. And it's okay to have a bad day. It's okay. You're okay. You're amazing. Yeah, anyway, I better stop rambling or I'll just go off on one.